Hypertrophy-specific training is a counterintuitive yet extremely effective training protocol that allows you to benefit from and utilize the minimum effective stimulus of muscle fiber from which to promote muscle gain. The training phase operates under the principle that the most amount of muscle will be gained by stimulating the most amount of muscle fibers, and this is best utilized with heavy lifting. This kind of training also promotes a lot of fatigue in the body, so we use a principle called strategic deconditioning, which allows the body to recover from the fatigue and come back stronger in subsequent weeks. Generally, total body workouts are used 3 times per week in HST training. You can do the same workout 3 times each week, or if you want, and which is my preference and something that I've seen very good results with in myself and other people, we create an A-B split. So it's still a total body workout and you still train 3 times per week, but like the strong lifts, you do an A-B-A and a B-A-B. So it's 2 different workouts, the same body parts, total body workouts, but you're using different exercises for a slightly different stimulus and just kind of offsetting a little bit of fatigue that you would get from doing the same workout 3 times in a week. There are 3 different segments to the HST training protocol. You start with 2 sets of 15 repetitions for 2 weeks, you move on to 2 sets of 10 repetitions for 2 weeks, and the final phase is 2 sets of 5 repetitions. At which point you may want to stay in the 5 rep range, move on to negative reps, or to start your strategic deconditioning, allowing you to recover from the fatigue and come back fresh for a new HST phase, or to move on to a different training protocol in general. One of the considerations for HST is that it takes quite a lot of setup to determine your starting weight. Because there's only 2 sets of volume, you really need to make sure that you're working at your maximum capacity each set. The general recommendation is to go through every exercise in the 15 rep range on a Monday, do the same thing for the 10 rep range on a Wednesday, and the same thing on the Friday for the 5 rep range. One of the difficulties with that is that you'll often be stronger, but at the end of the 2 weeks coming into the 10, and at the end of the 2 weeks coming into the 5, because you'll have done 4 weeks training from day 1. So what I would recommend is to go through all of your starting weights for your 15 repetition phase, and then from there, at the end of that phase, given that you've moved up in weight at every workout, you skip 2 weight classes for your 10 set range, and then you do the same thing at the end of your 10 set for the 5 sets. So you would expect to be working at extremely heavy weights by the end of your 5 repetition phase. You may even get some personal bests, because remember, you're only going for 2 sets. So the very, very low volume allows you to lift very heavy weights. For example, to go through the numbers on one of these, for example, let's say we were lifting 60 kilograms in a military press. At the end of 15 repetitions, you would skip 62.5 and 65, and you would come into your 10 repetition phase at 67.5, having skipped 2 increments. That's generally the way I like to do it, and it's quite a simple way of doing it without putting you back a week for setup time. One of the benefits of HST is the lack of delayed onset muscular soreness, or as most of us know it, DOMS, because there's such low volume, you just don't get that same kind of muscle damage. And remember that we're working on the minimum effective dose of muscle stimulation, which means we're not suffering from damaged muscles for the majority of the time, like we are on some of the more traditional bodybuilding phases, which makes HST a great choice if you want to do other sports and enjoy other forms of exercise like yoga, or like I say, any kind of sporting or martial arts activities at the same time as gaining muscle mass. You can do it because you're not aching all the time, and it's not going to interfere with your performance.
Thanks for watching. For more health and fitness tips, including workouts to try, recipes to get you started in the kitchen, and interviews with top health and fitness experts, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading more and more content each week, or if you want to take a look at some of my in-depth training programs and articles, go over to my website at www.scottlady.com. I'll see you again soon.